said that you were okay to return to the game. I mean, obviously, we saw you limping off the floor. What's your level of pain, concern moving forward, all of that?
I'm good. Um, that's all I got for you. I'm good. It happened. Situation happened. I feel like I was able to go back, but no need to risk it down 16, 18 at that point. So I'll be fine.
We saw you having kind of a long conversation with Quinn on the sideline when you came back out from the tunnel. Can you tell us what was said?
Basically what I just said, he was like, doesn't make sense, to go back out there and, possibly so we could just rest and get ready for the next game.
Tony Jones, The Athletic.
Did their physicality defensively catch you guys off guard? I mean, they were picking you guys up 94 feet, hard doubles, 40 feet from the basket. Did you guys react to it the way you wanted to? And what kind of adjustments can you make for game 4 when they play you with that kind of physicality so high up?
I think we missed a few easy ones. I think that's definitely tough. They want to throw a double, that's fine. I have no problem getting off the ball. And like I said, told you guys the other day, like we all trust each other to make plays and make shots. And tonight we didn't really make shots and make them pay for doubling. And at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. We didn't get stops either, which kind of compounds that fact. But for us, they did a good job. They raised their level. For them, it was not going down 3-0. That was their mindset, and they took care of business at home, and we got to go out there and try and take the next one. Simple as that, and we'll make the proper adjustments. And there are things we can look at to do better, and we'll get ready for the next game.
Andy Larson, Salt Lake Tribune.
Donovan, you mentioned the defense. I mean, obviously allowing 132 points. What is it that was kind of going wrong on the defense end? Because, usually you guys have such a terrific half-court defense. That wasn't really the case tonight.
Yeah, like I said, they raised their level. They were determined to get to their spots, and we kind of let them get comfortable. Reggie Jackson started the game off really hot. I think 4-4. Paul George started, 5 or whatever. They were comfortable. We allowed them to get comfortable, and I think when you have that comfortability, and then throughout the game you get confident. You continue to do, and they're going to hit shots. They're a talented team. They got talented players, but we can make it tougher on them. And I think that was one thing we didn't do tonight that we did the past 2 games, and we'll make those adjustments and get ready for game 4.
Tim McMahon, ESPN.
Hey Donovan, on the play where you limped off, looking at the replay, it wasn't apparent what caused the pain. Was it the takeoff or was it the landing? What happened on that?
It's when I land. It's been just trying to manage it. I don't really know what else to tell you. I don't want to say too much. So, it was just a landing. But I'm good. I'll be ready for game 4.
Rebecca Harlow, TNT. Okay, we'll come back to Rebecca. Alex Vehar, Salt Lake Tribune.
Donovan, how does the complexion of the game change when Paul George starts as hot as he did and then kind of sustains the scoring throughout the game?
It's huge. He's, like I said, they're talented players. We kind of let him get comfortable, and he got to his spots, and he felt like, they're home. It's supposed to be comfortable. At the end of the day, he hit some shots, but we can make it tougher on him, on Kawhi, on they combined for 62, 63 points. We didn't have that when we were at home, so we got to come out there with the same energy and intensity to keep them from doing what they did. And I think for us, guys who aren't necessarily guarding them to make it tougher, whether it's the hedges or the switches or the whatever, I think that's the biggest thing. And, credit to them for raising their level, but we got to make adjustments and get ready for game 4.
Rebecca, we'll go back to you.
All right. Can you hear me now, Donovan?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, great. We've seen you show a lot of toughness, play through a lot of things. Has playing through some pain always kind of been one of your biggest strengths?
Yeah, as much as I can, as long as it's smart. I think that's the biggest thing, kind of going into situations and asking, can I make it worse? Like playing on it, because obviously it sounds great to go out there and, play through certain instances. I'm not talking about myself in this instance, but like there's all smart like to go and play through whatever. But if you're going to make it worse, it's not necessarily the smart move to go out there. So as long as it's a smart decision, obviously I'm not going to be 100%, but you go out there and you try to compete, things like this are going to happen. You just got to find ways to manage it and get out there and get ready. It's not going to be perfect, but it is what it is.
What were the reads that you made? You talk about making reads all the time between the first and the second quarter there when you found your shot.
Understanding that I hadn't seen a double like that since like high school. So for me, just seeing it and kind of feeling the game, and they did a good job of it. But for me, it was just trying to find ways to get my teammates involved. I was able to make those plays, make those reads throughout the course of the game, seeing where the double was coming from, and then also flipping it and finding my spots to attack. So for me, that was really the main focus. They're probably going to do it again, so I got to get ready for it, get watch the film. And, like I said, we missed some shots, so I think I'm confident in the fact that, if we hit some shots, it's a different game, but, and we also got to get stops too. But, for us, it's like we see it, we understand it, make adjustments, and get ready for the next game.
Kyle Goon, Orange County Register.
Hey, Don.
Hey, Kyle.
What's up? What kind of resources is Mike on the sideline right now in a game like this? Are you guys, able to talk in timeouts, or what does he bring to the team, or you personally?
For me, a lot of it's just kind of like I was telling Rebecca, like the reads, what he sees, feeling the game out. Like, it's time to attack. It's time to kind of feel the game, who hasn't gotten involved, stuff that I may not see because I'm in the flow of it. Tonight we got to get Boyan more involved. Or the next game, I get Boyan more involved. There's certain passes that I can make, that I kind of forced up some shots that I'm not proud of. And, he's quick to let me know. And I think that's what makes our, relationship really good, because he's quick to let me know and I'm out there quick to fix it. So I watch the film. He'll watch the film with me as well, and we'll go back and figure it out. But he's just have it in real time. I think is huge to have a guy like that who's been here, who's seen this so many games, so many times. So it definitely helps, not just myself, but it helps the team as well.
Christos Salta, Sport DNA out of Greece.
Hey, Donovan, hope you're doing well. How important for you as a team is to stay even keel after that loss tonight? And what aspects of your game you need to improve, and what your message was about that?
You said even keel, right? That's what you said?
Yes.
I think for us, it's like understanding that they did their job. They took care of home court just like we did, but we got to go out there and try and steal one. Understanding that the final score doesn't necessarily reflect the effort we put in and stuff we did, but there's a lot of things we can do better. And I think that's where our mind is, and understanding that we're not going to get too low. Like after the first two wins, we weren't too high. So for us, it's like, just keep it, like you said, even keel, and understanding that we got another one. This is a series. So for us, it's like understanding what adjustments we can make to get better. And then for me, what adjustments I can make to be better. I think being able to understand where the doubles are coming from, what they're throwing at me, and finding my teammates. And then defensively, I can be better too. There's so many things we all can do as a group. And I think that's the first part of acknowledging it, watching the film, and getting better.
Okay, we have time for one more. Heather Yako, All Arabia Network.
Hi, Donovan. You've been in the league for only 4 years, but what have you gathered about the importance of making the right reads in various coverages? I know you touched base on that, but if you can elaborate.
I think the first part is, slowing the game down. And that's not necessarily easy to do. So for me, kind of seeing it over and over again, you look at guys who've been in the league for 17, 16 years, and everybody talks about, how do they see them? Like Chris Paul, for example, having, 28 assists to 2 turnovers? Like that's the type of stuff, being able to manipulate the game, that I ultimately look at, and we all look at, to try and find ways to slow the game down myself. And I throw that example out there because he's one of the best at it. But for me, it's like finding ways, okay, they're throwing a double. I haven't seen a double in a long time. So understanding what to see, how to attack, when to pass, who's open, who hasn't gotten a shot, where the mismatches are, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But like where those things are. So for me, that's really been, I think the bubble really helped, and having that time before the bubble to really watch film of myself in depth, because I really couldn't go anywhere during quarantine. So being able to sit there for hours and kind of just watch Like what do I see? Who do I attract on the drive? And tonight I'm gonna do the same thing. And understanding that. So having that series in the playoffs in the bubble and being able to see that has allowed me to come into this year with the same mindset and the same thought process of being able to manipulate and attack and find the guys on the wing and the corner, find Rudy. And then it's still a learning process. There's still things I'm going to mess up, but at the end of the day, being able to continually make those reads, I think something I put pride in, and it just comes with a lot of film work. So yeah, that's it.